Welcome to Saintly Cooking. I'm Mrs. Faith. Today we're honoring Saint Mary Magdalene. Her feast day is July 22nd. Saint Mary Magdalene is the patron saint of the contemplative life, converts, glove makers, hairdressers, penitent sinners, people ridiculed for their piety, perfumeries, pharmacists, tanners, and women. Today we're making Spanish Magdalenas. We need 4 eggs, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 unsalted stick of butter melted, 1 lemon, 1 2/3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of milk. And for later, we're going to need a little bit of granulated sugar to sprinkle, and then some confectioners, also known as powdered sugar, for the topping. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 4 eggs and put them in a large bowl. Next, we're going to add our granulated sugar. And we're going to mix that together as well. We want to keep mixing it until it's light and fluffy. For the sake of time, we'll speed this up. You can also use an electric mixer. I would suggest using an electric mixer. Now we're going to slowly pour in our unsalted melted butter. I like to melt mine in the oven, but some people use the microwave. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time. Mix it in. Do a little bit more right here. Mix it around. And we'll pour the last little bit in. Next, we want to add the lemon zest from 1 lemon. I'm honestly not a fan of lemon zest because of the wax coating, but if you have fresh lemons from your own yard, that's a great alternative as well. I choose to use a little bit of the lemon juice. So because it's liquid, you don't want to use too much. It'll put too much tart and it'll outweigh the sugar. I am going to use about a 4th tablespoon of lemon juice. Pour it right in. That was from the lemon. And then mix that around. Okay, now we're going to set this aside. We're going to come over to our flour. We're going to add our baking powder. We'll mix this together. Now my oldest daughter is allergic to gluten, so we do substitute for her gluten-free flour in every recipe 1-to-1. We're going to mix that. And now we're going to take our flour mixture, bring it over to our mixture right here. We have our eggs, our lemon zest, our melted butter, and our sugar. We're going to slowly pour and add the 2 of these together. And some people prefer to use sifters, which is definitely a good tool in breaking up the flour. I, however, try to keep my recipes very simple. I have 3 children and I'm pregnant with my 4th, and I love for the family to participate, so I keep them as simple as possible, and I usually have all the ingredients ready to go so the kids can help me mix. My 2-year-old son loves baking and cooking with us. So we're going to keep mixing it until it starts to lighten. Add a little bit more. And add the rest right now and keep mixing. It's going to start coming together. And another tip for the consistency is to have room temperature milk and room temperature eggs. So I'm going to keep mixing. It's getting a little tougher. It's really turning into batter now. Okay, looks like this. Now it's time for our tablespoon of milk. I'm going to pour that in. And then I'm going to just enough to mix it. This looks so good. This looks so good. I can't wait. My husband and children are going to love this. So now we're going to take our cupcake-lined muffin tin pans, and we are going to fill all 12 cups with batter. I already preheated the oven to 375. We're going to fill the cups up about half full. Now that they're full, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on each. And remember, just fill them half full. Sprinkle a little bit of sugar. Maybe a little bit less than I'm doing or a little bit more. It's all preference. I know my kids are definitely gonna love these special treats. Now we're going to put them in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. We're going to bake them until golden brown. Okay, they're in the oven. I'm going to set my timer for 18 minutes. And I'm going to check on them close to 18 minutes until they're golden brown. It could be about 18 to 20 minutes. And I'm going to save this leftover batter and make pancakes for my children either tomorrow or the day after, but definitely within 2 days of creating the fresh batter. For the cooling rack, this way they don't cook anymore. And I have a small oven, so I took mine out a little bit earlier. So I baked mine for about 14 minutes. Oh, these look so delicious. They have a nice crispy top, and they look soft and fluffy on the inside. Okay, so here they are. So next, this is going to get a little bit messy, but I have the powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, and we're going to put it in a sifter so that it spreads nice and evenly across the muffins, or the Spanish Magdalenas. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. We'll do, oh goodness, this is so messy. Next time, I would suggest putting a pan under. This way, for one, you don't waste any or make a really big mess like I'm doing. But they're going to be so delicious. Okay. Put that there. Oops, I missed one. Got more of the counter than that one. Oh, these look so delicious. Oh, these look so delicious. Look at them now. Oh, ignore the counter. Okay, we're going to set those there to cool off for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to enjoy them. And I'm going to get this cleaned up in the meantime. Now that they've cooled off, it's time to try one. And these are really good with coffee, some hot tea, or even a glass of milk. And I'm going to drink mine with a glass of almond milk. Oh wow, look at that inside. These are so good. Follow us more for some feast day recipes. And be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other content.